there is something deep down, a bird telling me, don't forget about Seiko. Buy another Seiko. It's always there. And after the regretted Seiko Uemura, I said to myself, let's explore the 62 mass design. I missed the SGE version, but I got this bad boy. The 62 mass, my friends, it's one of the most handsome divers the bronze ever created. The watch was launched as a skin diver in 1965, so 62 mass comes from their 62 caliber series and MAS comes from the Seiko Matic self-dater. When I got into wristwatches, the 62 mass was an inspiring diver for me, and guess what? I got into collecting Seikos. And I always seen it as a grail Seiko watch, being attracted by the uncommon loomed rectangular layout and the isolated loom peep without a triangle, which I've seen it minimalistic and purposeful. So the watch was recognizable for the thin bezel, the rectangular oversized baguette, and the common skin diver case with chopped ends of the lugs and the straight case between the lugs. I say common because in that period there were a lot of brands using a similar design case, like the Glassute Spezimatic or the actual CQ, the Aeron Skin Diver, the Oris Diver 65, and many more. So in 2017, Seiko came up with the idea to create premium reissues for their legendary divers, completely differentiated from the Prospects line. So the SLA017 model appeared, followed by the SLA033, the iconic Captain Willard, in 2019. Since then, Seiko launched the SLA037 model in 2020 with a high bit movement which had a pale warmer blue dial and a ridiculously thicker case of 16mm. And the third model being this 55th anniversary SLA043 with an ink blue sunburst dial with a teal seconds hand and an ever brilliant case. All the SLAs mentioned being offered in limited editions. What is an ever brilliant case? Well, it's a special stainless steel case which is brighter and more durable than the normal 360L steel, offered by Seiko for their premium watches or for some of their Grand Seiko models. The case is comparable as durability with the 904 steel of Rolex and brighter than any stainless steel case, because the aim of the brand was to make this edition to pop on the wrist, to show that it is premium and special. There was launched the recent 093, which was a more accurately made version in 37mm, respecting the proportions of the original 1965 62 mass, equipping this diver with a lesser premium movement but a more thinner one. So there we go, the genealogy of the modern 62 mass divers. As unboxing, the case is impressive and pretty large for this watch, but you can tell the brand wanted to offer a watch in a celebration packaging. I just wonder what's with the oversized dolphin lips. Other than that, the watch comes with an extra rubber, so two straps to boil to make them comfortable, because although they're qualitative and thick for a solid diver watch, they are pretty stiff. And design-wise, both straps have the same pattern with a waffle layout, which is a signature of the brand, with metallic retainers and an interesting buckle. In details, the case is nicely tailored, which fits into a rectangle. Iconic for a skin diver, a bit thick due to the caliber height, but on the wrist it wears pretty slim, the box crystal contributing as well. The bezel is pretty thin with a vintage aspect, but lacquered, not made from ceramic, being decorated throughout the surface with the elapsed numerals, so it looks elegant and balanced. And you can tell this is a genuine Seiko because the bezel does not align. The side of the case is interesting with a brushed linear profile and drill lugs, having a oversized screw-down crown which is signed with the Seiko brand. The box crystal is very nice and offers a creamy distortion against the oversized markers baguettes. And the dial offers pretty much two states, the one with a warm blue marine even surface and the highly polished reflective markers, and then there is the muted version which unveils the loom white markers against a cold blue sunburst dial. So colors wise, the watch is pretty chameleonic. The hands are made with 3 longitudinal facets, with the front one brushed and the side ones highly polished to match the finishing and the markers outlines. Too bad the second hand is coated in turquoise, which makes it more common towards the McDonald's Prospects line. And this one, as well as the Marine Master Professional line, is the king when it comes to loom. And Seiko did not make any expenses when they thought about the 62 mass. The date window is nicely made and decorated to blend somehow with the markers and the hands. What is surprising, the Seiko logo, the sub-label automatic and the bottom text does not pop that much. And to be honest, with the X or without it, it would have been pretty discreet. So you were supposed to pay 4 or 5,000 euros for a dial without an X, an 8L movement and a signed screw-down crown. But my assumption is, pay attention, if Seiko would offer the standard Prospex version and a vanilla version without the X, I'm pretty sure people would pay extra to get that version. But with or without an X, this model isn't accurate either, so we cannot speak about an accurate reissue. The latest for the purist, the SLA043 is actually the best thing to spend money on, although that one is expensive as well. And as specifications, the SLA033 measures 39.9mm in diameter with 47.9mm as lug tip to lug tip, 14mm in height, 19mm between the lugs and weighs 111 grams, so a bit weighty. This is a vintage-inspired case design with a signed screw-down crown, 200 meters waterproofness, a discrete box crystal, and a unidirectional bezel with 120 clicks. I think it's lacquered, not from ceramic. Inside we have the caliber 8L35 with 26 joules, 28,800 vibrations per hour, 50 hours power reserve, and works between tolerances of +15 to -10 seconds per day. Mine works with +1 seconds per day. As comfort, this SLA033 is a nice platform design-wise, but because Seiko has a problem with their 8 series movements, their watches are pretty tall and heavy, and as a result, their watches may not be as comfortable as you'd hope. The 19mm strap options doesn't help either, but you can fit 20mm straps or NATOs, it works. Personally, I've built my diverse watch collection around comfort and fitment. I count how short is the lug tip to lug tip, and if the straps are putting pressure on my superior part of the wrist, it's a no-go for me. And this 043 is at the limit of comfort just because it's sufficiently heavy and it needs to be strapped properly on the wrist. Honestly, I've been looking to grab myself a 62 mass reissue for a long time. The Captain Willard is on my radar as well. But the thing is, I'm not 100% satisfied with the overall packaging. And I have to admit, there is a competition in my collection for these reissue divers, and that's probably why I am a bit picky. But overall, I'm pleased, it's a keeper. And just because this is a legendary diver, this qualifies as well as a brave beater on the channel in the position number 55 in the Hall of Fame. No way, the 55th anniversary qualifies in the position number 55. That is something. Alright, hope you enjoyed it, and I'm really curious to know what do you think about this 62 mass reissue. Please let me know in the comments below. And as usual, if you're new around, please consider subscribing for future episodes. Thank you very much, thanks for watching, and until next time, be brave and stay safe.